Hello students, welcome you all for the course of MBA Semester 3 Advertising Management. Today is our lecture 20 and the topic of our today's discussion is message strategy. This is our part 1 that we are going to discuss today. So the primary objective of our today's session is help to understand the concept of message and how to use that message as a part of our communication strategy. In general, we will call it is a message strategy. So the contents of our today's session are message, message content, message formats, message source. Message source type means who are exactly the communicator, means these are the spokespersons. Source credibility and source attractiveness. Measuring the message effectiveness. So we are going to start our session with the help of message. As we are already familiar with the advertising, it is a paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods and services by an identified sponsor. It is a very simple form of communication strategy which has been useful over here to induce the buyer behavior. So message generally consisting of some sort of information, facts, opinions, symbols, pictures, some audio visual form of communication, okay, or it should be in the form of certain written or verbal sentences. The purpose of this message is to communicate with the target audience. So whoever our target audience are supposed to be there, we need to establish some sort of communication with the targeted group of customer so that we can keep a rapport with this targeted group of customer by means of using effective message. Okay, we need to simultaneously improve the effectiveness of advertising. So to improve the effectiveness of advertising, we need to continuously think about what exactly the message that we are going to frame, its content, its format and sources. So whoever is communicating to the targeted audience, okay, here we need to define the content of the message, what to say, okay, specifically what words that we need to add over there by means of using some audio visual form of communication. Simultaneously we need to think about what is the format of that communication message, how to say. So here we are using the different advertisement format or communication format, particularly in print media as well as in broadcast media as well as our radio media. Simultaneously the message source, the communicator specifically, here either you can use celebrity, okay, or any company, other company spokespersons who should say it, okay. So it is quite necessary to define your message appropriately and you need to define some related parameters with respect to that message. The decision regarding the message content, message format and message source depends on the kind of creatives which has been used by that particular advertiser. It also depends on some other like factors with respect to, suppose say, competition, consumer characteristics, buyer's behavior and other product related features. So your message should contain the information with respect to product, okay, it should reflect some attributes with respect to customer, the kind of competition, the kind of buyer's behavior, okay. The overall message content, message format and message source, okay, it will depend on some other important factors. Message spot uniqueness of the ad to win the consumer perception. Here we need to depends on, okay, the uniqueness of the message. how effectively you can make the persuasive form of communication with the help of your message. Message to be structured by keeping the objectives of the communication and targeted audience in a view. So you need to focus over on your targeted audience and think over your communication objective and structure your message accordingly so that you can convince this targeted group of customers. So here you need to define if you want to use celebrity, if you want to use any company spokesperson or anybody other sort of format and other sources, okay, of communicator in your advertisement. Okay, it depends on the advertiser as well as the clients, those who want to convince the message to the targeted audience. When we are talking about the message content, okay, that message content will be helpful to define the advertisement copy, ad copy. So what ad wants to communicate to the targeted audience and which particular advertisement will be effective in communicating with the target audience. So here you need to plan very well, okay, with respect to your contents. While defining the contents of your message, you need to consider some other important factors with respect to product, high quality of the product, low price appeal, means how rational your product is, okay, good after sales service, durability of the product, information about the exchange offers, discounts offer and festival offers, and other related aspects with respect to the message content with that particular product. So here you need to think about your overall message content, and so that once you will define that message content very clearly, you will be in a position to make your advertisement copy, ad copy. Okay. Message format. Now we are using several forms of media. Okay, generally we are using print media and other broadcast media. Nowadays another media that is called as new media is also becoming very popular. Even on that new media means internet advertising becoming a very good aspects of communication, specifically in the internet age. Even this new media internet can target the larger audience also. So we need to consider the effectiveness, powerfulness of that particular media, so that how effectively we can reach the larger audience within the minimum period of time, but it must be an effective media. So in case of print media, you need to think about your message format. Okay, that in print media, okay, you will identify, okay, this is the print advertisement of suppose say Hyundai. Okay, so you will find the headlines would be there, okay, the complete advertisement copy would be there, some sort of illustrations, visually this is a visual illustrations would be given, okay, along with some other sub headlines, okay, and some description. Okay, this is a product description in detail along with shape, size, color and other attributes of the particular product. So this is a very simple form of print media advertisement which will cover some important elements of the ad. Simultaneously, in case of radio ads, okay, there will be a clutters of voices would be there. So you should have to choose the right words, right quality of speeches, okay, their speech rate, rhythm, articulation, diction, okay, vocationalization, pauses, okay, sigh, okay, and other laughter. Okay. So many other features are being available with respect to any sort of specifically voice related form of communication, okay, that should be considered in the radio media. Specifically voice modulation, okay, pitch, content, tone, lot of other things are being there. In case of television media, okay, specifically here we need to consider on both type of communication, audio as well as visual form of communication. and you need to concentrate your audio visual communication along with the body language, some sort of gesture, say for example facial expressions, okay, that should match with the slogans, signs, symbols, okay, or even with the music also. Some sort of gesture, dresses, posture, hairstyle, okay, and lot of other things, means that should be very helpful in presentation of that particular idea, that makes your communication as good as possible with the targeted audience. Now this is a Perk advertisement, okay, Ramesh Suresh advertisement, which was quite a popular advertisement. So this is the television advertisement, and this is the print advertisement. Then the next topic is that is called as message source. Who is exactly the communicator? Okay, those who can communicate to the target audience. So here we are talking about the person who communicate the message, okay, to the target audience by means of using that marketer or advertiser. So generally we call them as the spokespersons, or they are generally the brand ambassadors. So these are film stars, sports persons, okay, they are the winners of certain beauty contests, celebrities, common man, doctors, dentists, okay, or some person, those who are a highly reputed person in the society. So lots of spokespersons would be there, we will identify. Now this is a PNG advertisement that you are looking, these dentists are communicating with the target audience. Here the celebrity Akshay Kumar, those who are communicating with the target audience, okay. So here do we need to think that, okay, whichever our target audience, accordingly we need to suit, okay, we need to suitably choose our brand ambassadors, our spokespersons. Okay, here the advertisement with respect to, suppose say NIIT. NIIT has been endorsed by Vishwanathan Anand, okay. Even Rahul Dravid, that he has endorsed the castor oil, okay. Simultaneously different forms of products that they were also endorsed, okay. So Vishwanathan Anand also endorsed some particular products with respect to software, okay. Now it is the identity of that particular person, okay, that is called as spokesperson, what exactly that he wants to communicate with the target audience, okay. So he is also the both chess as well as software requires to considerable uses of brain power, okay. So his personality will be quite suited to sell the software even also. So many of the software companies, okay, they were used that Vishwanathan Anand as a brand ambassador for many of the software products. Similarly, in case of Oral-B toothpaste or suppose say P&G's, okay, dental cream would be there. Okay, that dentist will give the information with respect to the ad message. Okay, it is a Fortune oil advertisement. Here the Akshay Kumar, a celebrity, okay, कौन कहता है कि बेबी कॉर्न 65 घर का खाना नहीं होता, okay. So they wants to communicate differently with the target audience over here, and they are the communicator as well as influencer, okay, of that targeted audience. Then message source type. There are different sources of messages. As we were already discussed recently, okay, these are the spokespersons, celebrities. So we came to know there will be different form of spokespersons. The first one is celebrities. The second one is company CEOs or CFOs, or these are the person, those are at higher level in their organizations, or they are the experts, okay. Or typical persons would be also there. Some common man can be also projected in the advertisement. Now see the advertisement of India Bulls over here, as well as some advertisements here, the Dettol advertisement over here, okay. Here the dentist has been there, here common man, okay, here celebrity, here again the celebrity advertisement has been projected over here. Generally, when does we are using these different types of spokespersons? Okay, so we are talking about celebrities tend to have high score in credibility. So many of the people, those who are believing that such kind of celebrities, they are highly persuadable, okay, and credible. So generally, sometimes we came to know, okay, whenever we are using celebrity endorsement, okay, there will be a possibility that, okay, the that sometimes it is the in advertisement the message has been overexposed due to lack of information that is available to the individual customers. Even the media will play a very important role over here. Many of the celebrities, okay, suppose they are involved uh, in recent days, okay, they are involved in some sort of controversies, they can have some negative publicity even also. So it is quite necessary to think that which particular celebrity that should be selected as an brand ambassador or communicator with the targeted audience. Even sometimes in advertisement we look some CEOs or company professionals are there, okay, they are quite trustworthy, they are expertise in their respective field, and sometimes they are also creditable. They must exercise care in the selection. So it is quite necessary how effectively we should have to select these CEOs and other company spokespersons. Sometimes they are very rigid even also. CEOs are very rigid, okay, they are not a good communicator. Sometimes we are using some industry experts, okay, some social analysts or cultural analysts, those who are familiar with the environment. So sometimes that six experts who are attractive, likable, and trustworthy. Suppose, say for example, you are looking for a company spokesperson as a or as a or any person those has been connected with the society. Say for example, Anna Hazare. Have you seen any Anna Hazare those who are endorsing any product over here? No. Okay. So because they are connected with the society and taking care of the social benefits of the society. Okay. So here you will find out some particular experts over here, okay, and that expert those are delivering that information. Suppose say for example some particular people those who are writing some film reviews. So people are following these film reviews. So those who are the expert in their respective field. Some valued credentials with respect to that person would be very important. People will value these credentials, okay, some certifications are very necessary. Some typical persons those who are belonging to our day to day life, real persons, some TV actors or actress are there, those are being highly pursued, okay. So we came to know this company spokesperson plays a very important role, okay, to select as a spokesperson in the advertisement. So this spokesperson need to be selected appropriately. Then we are talking about source credibility. Now it is the ability, source credibility is in an ability of the spokespersons to communicate with the target audience effectively so that we can induce the behavior of the targeted customers. The message source credibility depends on the source attractiveness, okay, how effectively, okay, how attractive is the person is, how trustworthy is the person is. It depends on some other indexes, its similarity index, expertise, and likability even also. When we are talking about any kind of source which can be chosen in any advertisement, whether that source possesses the knowledge, skills, or expertise, okay. Similarly, that source possesses some information and that information would be was trustworthy, okay, they must be an unbiased and they must be provide very objective form of information to the customer so that customer can assess that information in a very appropriate way very easily, okay, and they will judge the product information on the basis of only advertisement itself. When we are talking about similarity, resemblance between the source and recipient of the message, there should be some sort of relationship in between the source as well as the uh, audience, targeted audience, means the recipient of the message. If if the celebrity is buying, or they will prefer some particular brand, so they will reflect that brand in association with the recipients also, in relation with the customers also. Familiarity, knowledge of the source through the repeated and prolonged exposure. So repeated advertising would be there so as to get the familiarity with respect to that particular ad. Similarly, likability, we need to generate some sort of action, okay, and it is quite necessary to generate some likes. So this can be happen by means of affection for the source, resulting from physical appearance, behavior and other personal traits. So its overall personality will communicate the source personality, okay, source attractiveness, source trustworthiness will automatically generate some sort of source likability even also. And that depends on, okay, whatever form of celebrity and whatever form of company spokesperson, whether it should be believable or not. So once we define this source credibility, okay, prior to that, okay, we need to consider which particular source will be important to so as to communicate to the target audience. Then you need to think on source credibility also, and finally you will assess whether that particular source has been effective as a form of communicator with the target audience. Now measuring the message effectiveness. Now once we choose your source or company spokesperson, you need to deliver the message through that particular source. Here in this to increase the message effectiveness, okay, we need to follow certain stages. The first stage is what called as ideation. Then next is what concept testing, या फिर इसको हम बोलते हैं मैसेज टेस्टिंग. Then there will be a sort of communication, okay, and tracking of that information, either online tracking and phone tracking. So here we are going to talk about ideation first. Identify the strong execution and strong idea early on. What is the good concept has been supposed to be there that you want to communicate. So generally we are going to conduct some focus group interviews, okay, that will be called as ideas, okay, IDEA, okay, this is called as ideation. That could be conducted to gather the ideas using varieties of creative techniques. Say for example brainstorming, group discussion, that kind of technique can be followed in the process of ideation. Here lots of ideas can be generated, okay, and it should be evaluated. Whichever idea that is quite good, okay, that should be adopted for further, okay, so that we can go for another stage with the help of creation, and that is called as concept testing. Now in case of creation and concept testing, we need to test the effectiveness of that several ad or messages. So whatever messages that we will define or we were constructed, we need to judge its effectiveness at the primary level before you invest the time and money in the creative development. Rather than shooting the advertisement on that particular message, first you need to judge the effectiveness of that particular message. You could also test the relative effectiveness of competing market positioning concepts and statements, okay. Say for example खाने के बाद कुछ मीठा हो जाए, so what does it will reflect exactly, okay. So we need to think about what form of positioning has been made with the help of your advertisement message or whatever statement that you are conducting. So you need to judge that concept testing very effectively. So that is called as creation. So the next step is called as confirmation. means this is called as message testing even also, or communication testing. In case of communication testing or confirmation, we need to design, okay, to diagonally test the effectiveness of the execution. Here we try to transmit the message across the audience, across different age groups, across the generation, okay, across several medias, and we need to test, okay, the effectiveness of this execution, how effectively the people are pursuing this message. So in this communication, whatever specific message has been communicated, okay, and it is creating a cognitive, emotional and behavioral response across single and combined media. Here we need to think about, okay, the individual impact and as well as the synergetic impact, okay, of that communication across the several media, okay, by means of identifying our hierarchy of effects model: cognitive, okay, affective, okay, and behavioral stages. So once we are in a position, by means of understanding how does that message has been formulated, or they will be judged on the basis of their effectiveness. Finally, it has been relayed into the medium. Once the commercial go on air, the best way to know if the advertising is working is tracking research. Advertising tracking research. Here we need to conduct lots of research inquiry, okay, how does the product advertisements are working effectively or not, whether the product idea has been accepted by the user or not, does it increase the awareness level among the targeted audience or targeted group of customer, does it increase the sales of the company, does it increase the brand value or company image. We need to continuously track these advertisements, okay. Even nowadays there are different tools and techniques are available. TRP system according to BARC are available, okay, as well as online research with respect to that advertisement, and other analytical tools are available today. So these things can be made feasible for the advertisers to measure the advertisement effectiveness also. So that's all about our today's session. Thank you very much.